Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? I am a super duper excited because we are hanging out with author W. Mason Dunn on today. And guys, I'm just super duper excited. Let me just tell you, okay, when I saw this cover, I was overjoyed. I could not one click fast enough. And I just want you to know, I'm going to spill a little bit of tea. I started it. It was release day last Friday. I started it, and this was my weekend read. Okay, I totally enjoyed this book. So, guys, you are in for a treat. I'm super duper excited to be hanging out with author W. Mason Dunn, talking about her hot off the press release, Keeping Receipts, guys. And not only is it available in print, look, it's available in ebook. I got my ebook copy. I got my print copy. I am ready to go. So, welcome to the cafe. Of course, you guys know what to do. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down because we are hanging out with author W. Mason Dunn on today to talk about her new release. They are giving you love. We have a Mama Tony from Mama Tony's Book Nook hanging out with us today. Myra Cook hanging out with us today. Ola hanging out with us. Antoinette Gates is hanging out with us today. Guys, let me tell you, if you have not gotten your hands on Keeping Receipts by the end of the show, you are definitely going to want to have your copy of this book and start reading it and to tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, author W. Mason Dunn, welcome to the cafe, my friend. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Well, hello, Angela. Thank you for having me. Let me just say, first of all, thank you so much for everything that you're doing for the literary community. We just love you, and I'm
Oh,
excited
thank
about
you.
being here. My name is Willetta Mason Dunn. I'm an author. I am a Christian fiction author, and I have tackled my very first romance novel, and I am so excited about it. I am here in. I live in Raleigh, by way of Louisiana, from Bossier City, Louisiana. And I am a wife, a mother, and I spend my time just reading words, writing words, learning words, all that.
I love that. And guys, I don't know if you heard this. Now, W. Mason Dunn, she's an author, but this is her debut romance. And y'all know here at the cafe, we are eclectic readers, but we love a good romance. And let me just tell you, you did an amazing job. You gave us all
Oh,
the feels. We get our happily ever after at the end, all of that good stuff, but it had all of the elements of a good romance. You even gave us a little bit of suspense in there as well. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat, like, okay, I was like, Lord, what? I was like, something is going on. Like something is like they hiding something. It's the root of the problem, the root of the issue, or what have you. But I love it. We have author Sharon Blunt hanging out with us today. Thank you for joining us. We also have Letitia hanging out with us on today. Letitia says, congratulations on your
oh, thank you.
debut romance book as well. Now, okay, we're going to get started because we got a lot to talk about and I'm super duper excited. But I want to ask you this question first before we kind of get into the book. You share with us that this is your debut romance novel. Would you say that a romance found you or you found it as far as the genre is concerned?
What a good question. What a good question. Well, I have always loved reading romance novels.
Yes.
I love a good romance. Who doesn't? Love is a wonderful thing. And so I just didn't know if I could sit down and really write one. And I just thought, okay, let me try this. So in a way, romance found me first, and then finally I gave in. It was a chase, just like romance. It was a chase.
Oh, okay.
Here I am.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Well, let me just tell you, and I'm sure others who have read it, you did a great job. I was from the first page to the end. I was in tune to the story. I enjoyed the storyline. I mean, all of that good stuff as well. So kudos to you. Shout out to you. Now, okay. Now, you know, I love a good book cover. This cover, oh my goodness, it kind of gives me that swoon, and I love a swoon. If you don't know, I love a swoon worthy moment. Tell us about this cover.
I do love the cover. I have to say, when I first saw it, I fell in love with it. As a self-published author, we're in charge of everything. We have to find everything. So I enlisted the help of someone to do this cover. I prayed about it, and I knew I wanted something whimsical, something that kind of whet the appetite, um, and something that was just romantic in itself. And I was able to express those thoughts to the person that I work with, Alexander, and he did an excellent job. I'm just really pleased. I love uh, the the calculators and the receipts that are in the background.
Yes.
It's just floating, and it makes the reader wonder, what is that all about? Yes.
Yes, yes, I love it. And they are giving you cover love. Dahlia said, nice cover.
Oh,
Letitia
thank
said, this is a
you.
great cover. LaShawn said, beautiful cover. Same
Oh,
thing. Antoinette is saying it's a beautiful cover as well. And one of the things that I like about it, author W. Mason, is that it's eye catching. Like it caught my attention. Like I said, guys, if you once you read the book or you start reading the book, you'll totally get the calculators, you'll totally get those receipts, all of that good stuff as well. Now, I want to ask you this. You probably know where I'm going next with this. Okay. This book is called Keeping Receipts. Now, for me, it's kind of a play on words because there's a lot of things that they was keeping receipts on, like past hurts, past things that happened in the past. I mean, they was keeping receipts, and when it was time to bring up those receipts, they was doing it that
mhm.
way. But then on the business side, there were some things that they kind of had to keep some receipts for as well. But tell us about this title, and I'm going to ask you to spill a little bit of tea. Was Keeping Receipts the original working title, or this title kind of came later? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the title actually came later. When I
Okay.
started writing the book, I had no idea what the title would be. I knew the
Oh,
characters had been speaking to me and the storyline was evolving, but I didn't have a title. And then a few things came to mind, and my kids are adults actually, and this is something that they use all the time. I hear all the time, keeping receipts. We make sure
right.
to remember when somebody has done something to us. And so I'm putting it all together, and it came to me that would be a perfect title because it's about the heroine in the story. Lorraine is she's an auditor, accountant, and she keeps receipts all the time. But in the story,
Yes,
she's keeping more than just those financial receipts. That's what
exactly.
makes it juicy. Yes.
Oh, Mama Tony. Yes, Mama Tony said they kept receipts on the entire relationship, business, mother, siblings, and a few other things. You are so right, Mama Tony. And guys, if you have not read this book, when you read it, you will definitely understand all of the receipts that they was keeping past and present. Okay. And look, it was almost like sometimes they was even keeping like receipts for future stuff.
Isn't that
Yes,
how we do
guys.
it?
Yes, yes. If you guys are just joining us, we are hanging out with author W. Mason Dunn. Guys, it is hot off the press. This is her debut romance novel, Keeping Receipts. And oh my goodness, as I stated, guys, this is a book that captures your attention. It's a quick read. I love the pacing of it as well. It definitely it is an intriguing story. And LaShawn said it sounds juicy. LaShawn, it is some juicy moments. And one thing that I enjoyed about it, I'm going to let you in on a little thing, author W. Mason, is that I love that I did get all the feels. I love books that have all the feels. I mean, again, like I said, you had a little suspense in there. There was some clutching pearls. There was this employee that I know Mama Tony probably can chime in. That employee, I was like, child, listen. I was like, she doing the most. But let me just tell you, author W. Mason, one of the reasons that I was side on her. Like I was side eyeing her. I was like, okay, something ain't right with her. I was like, and then mama knows, and a
Yes.
woman knows. I mean,
Mhm.
because he was oblivious. They was like, look, I think she kind of, I think she kind of liking you. He was like, oh no,
Yes.
listen. Look,
Exactly.
and I'm gonna put this on there and I'm gonna take it off real quick. Like y'all see what Mama Tony said about that employee, okay? But let's get into it a little bit. If you guys are just joining us, we are celebrating with author W. Mason Dunn, guys. This is her debut romance novel, Keeping Receipts. Let me tell you, it is a good one. You do want to get your hands on a copy of this, and you definitely want to tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, I want to ask you this. Can you share with us a little bit about what inspired this story, Keeping Receipts?
Well, I am married to a retired Marine, and we have lived all over the United States. I've met so many different kinds of people and so many different kinds of women. And so everyone in this book I've met before. I've somehow met them through the years. Maybe I've even come across them more than once. And so I love romance, and I wanted to write the story, and I was inspired to include a little bit of history from the people that I've met. I have someone here who is the heroine. She wants to be a good girl. We've all done some things in our past that we kind of want to keep in our closet, and we try to do better,
Yeah,
become a better person. But those secrets somehow keep trying to come out of that closet. And so I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to touch on things like that. And the heroine is a good guy who he's not interested in dating around and being with a lot of different women. He wants that one true
Right,
woman, the woman he wants to marry. And so I was just
right.
inspired by bringing those. How do you be ready how are you going to be when you're ready to meet that one, the one? Will you be ready for him or for her? And so I thought,
Uh-huh.
well, let me just write a story about that.
Wow. I love that. I love that. Now, share a little bit with us because there are these. I love the characters from the main characters to some of the side characters, the smaller characters, or what have you. And I like how they were complex characters, but they was real and relatable. I loved how you shared their thoughts, their inner thoughts, which was so real. I loved how you shared, like, when people are going through and when they're hurting, their innermost things. And I love how you added prayer in there. You added their faith in there. All of those elements for me, I just totally enjoyed the story. Okay, Mama Tony, we're gonna get to lean. We're gonna get to lean, Mama Tony. We're gonna get to lean. But when you think about all of these amazing characters that make up this story, Keeping Receipts, and you think about the storyline and the plot, can you share with us what came first for you? Was it the characters or was it the plot?
Well, for me, the story, the plot actually came first, but it was
Oh,
very
okay.
vague. It was very vague. And then, of course, I am a Christian author. I pray about every book that I write. And so, as I did that, the characters began to unfold themselves to me. I got to know them. At
Mhm.
almost every one of them, there's a little part of me in every one. So I was able to
Nice.
express how I felt when I was going through the things that they were going through. I know what it feels like to hurt, to love,
Mm.
we all have been jealous at some time or unsure or frightened. And so I just went back to how I felt during those times and just express those on paper because I wanted my characters to be relatable. I love reading a book where
Mm.
I get lost and I'm actually no longer reading a book. I'm really inside of the story because that's me.
Inside the book.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
convey. Yes. Mhm.
Wow, because there are definitely moments, like I said, guys, I'm telling you, it is a story of all the feels, but there is definitely moments where different characters will pull on your heartstrings, because you could kind of feel their pain and their hurt. And I love how you even touched on that element of forgiveness, and not even just the forgiveness of someone else, but some of them even had moments where they had to kind of process forgiveness of self,
Yeah.
as well, and knowing like when to let go of something, or knowing like, okay, do I pursue this, or do I, how do I get past this? Again, and guys, like I said, it's not a thick book, but she gives it to you in this book, okay? But it's a well-rounded book. Like I said, I went through different emotions, all of that good stuff. As Mama said, with some of the characters, you will be talking to the book. I'll just say that, because some things you're like, say what? Or you be like, girl, get it together. I'm gonna need you to get your life, okay? So there are personal conversations that you'll be having with the book as well. But guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with author W. Mason Dunn on today, guys. She has a good one. It is hot off the press. It's available in ebook and print. And we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of Keeping Receipts. Now, you share with us a little bit about like what came first, whether it was the characters or the plot, but let's talk about these characters a little bit. Of course, you have Lorraine, who is she's an auditor, or what have you, that she goes into companies and she does, these different audits. They may be working on a project, or, they may kind of need to get the books together, all this stuff or what have you. But how would you describe Lorraine to us?
Well, Lorraine is a complex character. First of all, she has for a long time held inside something, that a choice that she made, that
Yeah.
or maybe was pressed upon her, that she almost felt
Mm-hmm.
like she didn't have a choice. And she's held a lot of people accountable. Well, she's held them inside accountable for that. She hasn't let go. She hasn't
Right.
forgiven them. And that
Yeah.
has caused her to not be able to move forward. She's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
family person. She loves her mother and father, but she is really, really close to her mother. And she appreciates all that has been done for her, all that her parents have done for her. And she does not like to see someone else who is misusing, abusing, being disrespectful to her parents. And that will
Yes.
bother her too. She is determined she's a new auditor, well, fairly new, but she wants to climb the ladder and she wants to be very successful. But she has to decide, why does she really want that success, or does she really want it, or is there something she is trying to prove? I like Lorraine because she's a young girl who still has life ahead of her, but she's got a lot
Hmm.
to learn.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And one of the things that I like about the characters, and I see a comment from Mama Tony that I definitely want to touch on that as well, is I love that they both had family dynamics that was
Yeah.
different, or what have you. But one of the things that I loved about the family dynamics is that you tapped into the different types of families that we have, that we exist. You touched on the closeness of families, or things that can kind of maybe put a bridge between families and stuff of that nature too. So I love that. But I want to talk a little bit about, let's talk a little bit about the brothers on both sides. And Mama Tony, I'm so there with you. Oh my goodness, I love the brothers on both sides, as well. And Lean brother was a hoot. Oh my goodness. But tell us a little bit about both of the brothers.
Well, I grew up in a family of there were six of us, and my brothers were much, much older than I, but I fashioned these brothers after my husband and his brothers because they were
Oh,
all
okay.
around the same age. And when they get together, it is so much fun just watching them. I mean, there's not
Mhm.
much you like watching a television show. They're so funny. They're hysterical. They tell us stories about their childhood, and they're very competitive with one another, but they love each other a lot. And so these brothers in the story are fashioned behind those brothers, and it's like there's a special bond between the two of them. But they are brothers, and they argue at times. They don't always, get along, but they have something in their past, a hurtful thing that has happened to them, at both of them, and they're able
Yes.
to. That hurtful thing has brought them closer. It brings them closer. It keeps them closer,
Yeah.
and to some degree, they feel like it's at some point it was just them, the two of them in the world, and so that has
Mhm.
sealed the bond even closer.
I love that. I love that. Now, of course, y'all, we have to talk about this a hero. Let me just tell you, Leem. Okay, you got to tell us about Leem. And Leem is one of those characters that y'all, it was all about the chase for Lean. Okay, he was determined, and not only that, a little tea spilling. I love the dates, like the dates that he took her on. They was like so
Mhm.
like super cool, and they weren't like normal like regular stuff. They was kind of like out of the box. I was like, okay, Lean, I see you, I see you. But what can you tell us of? See, oh, and there was some swoon. Y'all know I love my swoon. But what can you tell us about Lean? How would you describe his character?
Oh, he's the perfect date, just about. He's smart, he's talented, he has he cares about his family, and he is going to do whatever it takes to take care of his family
Oh
and
yeah,
to make
family
his
was
parents
everything.
proud.
Yes,
He
yes.
wants a wife. He doesn't want all these women coming and going in his life. He wants to
Mhm,
settle down with the right woman forever, and he's
mhm.
determined to make sacrifices in order to do that. And sometimes you can be so set on something that you want in life that you can miss what is there for you, because you are so set on, you've got, I want this kind of woman, this kind of woman, and this kind of woman, and she walks by, but she doesn't look exactly like you thought she would. So he has
Mhm.
had that experience.
I love that. And LaShawn has a great question, author W. Mason. She wanted to know, does life experiences of people you know make the writing harder or easier for you?
Oh, for me, it just makes it easier because we all have different stories, but we kind of share the same things. We have those same feelings. We've been hurt in different ways, but the pain is still the same. We share that pain. We share
Mhm.
the laughter and the joy, and so those feelings are real for me. I am a very, very touchy feely kind of person, very sensitive, and my stories are driven by that sensitivity. I think, I used to be embarrassed because I cry at the drop of a hat. I can cry on a commercial. I can cry I can read a book and start crying. But I thank God for those things that He's given me to make me I think those things make me a better writer, so that I can go inside each character.
I love that. I love that. And I want to look, we have to touch on her roommate and her best friend. I loved her character. And it was almost like she was the balancer. She was the voice of reason. Same thing with their other best friend too, the one that was a police officer
Yes.
as well. I loved how you incorporated that. So she had wisdom not only coming from like her family, like her like mom, dad, brother, but she also had like a best friend that was able to, or a roommate who was able to give her wisdom. And sometimes it wasn't always wanted, but it may have been what she needed to hear, not what she
Yes.
wanted to hear, or what
Yes.
have you too. So I enjoyed that. And I want to ask you, when you think about all the characters, um, is there a character that was the most interesting or fun for you to write? And then on the flip side, was there a character that at moments gave you pause? So kind of like a two-part question for you.
Yes. There are several characters were a lot of fun to write. Lorraine was fun. I enjoyed writing about her because so many of her experiences were similar to some of the things that
Oh
I
wow.
experienced.
Okay.
I enjoyed writing about her mother because she reminded me of my oldest sister who actually raised me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I enjoyed writing about her. Now, Dee, the roommate, gave me a little pause because she told it like it was. She believes in God. She believes that
Mhm.
there's a right way to do it. She stands on Bible, and she's not afraid to share that with anyone. And
Mhm.
she gave me pause, not because she does that, but because um, in some ways, some Christians, sometimes we water it down. We want to be really nice and say the right things or correct someone very nicely. And she did that, but I just want to be a little bit more like her because she just exuded her Christianity was all over the place. She wore it. She called a spade.
Look, and Mama Tony said she called a spade a spade. Exactly,
Yes,
Mama Tony. She sure did. She sure
yes.
did. And we have a question. I think this is a great question as well. They wanted to know, when you're writing, do you write about each character one at a time, or do you get inspiration and ideas about the different characters at different times and then combine them in your writing?
I actually get to know each character before I even start to write. I do an intensive um, character outline of each of them, so I know them very well. Um, they come to, they actually speak to me during the day. Sometimes I'm sitting at, and maybe drinking some coffee, and then oh yeah, that's something Lorraine would do. I see. So I've gotten to know them very well before I start to put pen and paper, and I know how they will react to each situation.
I love that, and we can definitely tell. Like I said, these are characters that you feel like when you're reading the book, you feel like you're there. You feel like you know them personally as well. So that is awesome that you share that you get to know your characters before you start writing them as well, and that you listen to them as you are fleshing out the story. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with author W. Mason Dunn on today. Her latest release, oh my goodness, Keeping Receipts, guys, it is a good one. We will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this great story. But I know you guys are ready, and author W. Mason, she's going to give us just a taste, just enough to wet your whistle on today. And I'm going to let her to set the scene and tell us a little bit about what she's getting ready to share. And author W. Mason, we are ready when you are.
Okay, I'm going to start at the beginning. Um,
Okay.
this this is um, this is where we meet Lorraine and her family. They are gathered at the parents' home for a short weekend before her older brother has to return back to Louisiana. There's something wrong with mom. Lorraine Davis didn't understand what was happening with her mother, but she knew something was different. Lorraine leaned against the island in the kitchen of her childhood home and watched as her mother listened to a tale from her brother. Her parents, James and Helen Davis, had purchased their four-bedroom, two-story home in upscale Ox Bottom Manor on their 10th wedding anniversary 29 years ago. Today, they were having their last family meal before Lorraine's brother, Nathan, and his family flew back to Louisiana. Judging from the amount of food on the table that their mother had prepared, an extra lap around the track was in her future. That was a small price to pay though, because it would be worth every bite. Nathan and Lorraine sported similar features: round faces, profound dimples, and deep set eyes. Both had tall, slim physiques. However, Nathan stood a full 2 inches taller than Lorraine's 5.5 feet. The clatter of feet skipping across the hardwood floor caught Lorraine's attention. Clarissa bounced into the kitchen. Her long, thick ponytail dangled from above each ear to just above her shoulders. Granny, I'm hungry. Is it time to eat yet? Asked the 9 year old, tilting her head and offering a delightful smile. Nathan kept an eye on Clarissa while waiting patiently for his mother's response. Dinner's almost ready, Helen told her granddaughter. I placed a few grapes on the bottom tray of the refrigerator for you. Grab a few. to hold you over until you can eat. Won't that spoil her dinner? No snacks before dinner. At least that's what you told us when we were growing up. Right, Lorraine? Nathan was always quick to point out discrepancies between the way his parents treated his daughter and the way they treated his sister and him when they were children. Right, Lorraine? Nathan repeated, turning to his sister for affirmation. Don't bring me into this. I think the little angel could have anything she wants. Lorraine reached for a few salad bowls in the cupboard and placed them on the wooden dining table.
I love it. I love it, guys. And that is at the beginning. And I love the fact that she incorporates, where some families still do like, the family meal, the family dinner where they all eat together, or what have you. And a lot goes on at the dinner table. Okay, we'll just say that. So she kind of left you at a cliffhanger because there's gonna be some stuff that happens at this dinner table as well. And yes, they're talking about the grandkids. They know all about that, where there is a discrepancy on how we were treated and how the grandkids get treated. Okay. I love that. I love that. Look, they're saying they need more as well. Jennifer is saying that it's a great snippet. Guys, let me just tell you, she left you at a cliffhanger because there is something that's about to go down shortly after that as well. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, of course, guys, we have to play a round of this or that. And of course, I promise you, author W. Mason, there is no right or wrong answer because it is all things according to you. And Trina has said, oh, I want this book. Trina, we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this as well. Lynette said that is on her TBR list. I love that. I love that. I love that. Ola said, yes, she definitely got to get this one as well. All right, author W. Mason, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, first up, are you a morning person or night owl?
Definitely a morning person.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Are you a big city or small town?
Small town. Love me a
Okay,
small town.
I love it. Look, we are going on a trip. Are we going on a road trip or are we taking a plane ride?
We're going to go on a road trip.
I love it. I love it. And author at W. Mason, are you glass half full or glass half empty?
Oh, it's half full. It's half full. I'm so grateful. It's half full. Always, no matter how you look at it, it's half full.
I love it. All right. And of course, we need to know this one for the cafe. Are you team tea or are you team coffee? And if you
Coffee,
read the book,
coffee, coffee. I love coffee.
if you read the book, you probably knew she was going to say coffee. I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for playing a round of this or that. And guys, of course, there is a giveaway. I know what the giveaway is going to be, but I'm going to allow author W. Mason to share with you what her wonderful giveaway is going to be on today.
Yes, I would like to give away one copy of the paperback of my novel, Keeping Receipts. And I'd also like to give away an electronic copy of Keeping Receipts.
Oh my goodness, guys. So you have two chances. One person will get a print copy of Keeping Receipts, and another winner will get an ebook copy. All right, let's do the ebook copy first. I'm going to get you to help me, my friend. I'm going to go up and down the comment sections, and you're going to tell me when to stop. And this is for an ebook copy of Keeping Receipts. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, stop.
Okay. LaShawn, you are the winner of an ebook copy of Keeping Receipts. So if you will send me your email information, we'll be sure to get that to you. And then next up is for a print copy of Keeping Receipts. Let me clear this out. Let's start over. And all right, I am ready when you are.
Okay, stop.
Okay. Tiff's Happy place, Tiffany Jones. You are the winner of a print copy of Keeping Receipts. So if you guys will inbox me your information, congratulations to you both. One for the print copy and one for the ebook copy of Keeping Receipts. Guys, this is a good one. Let me just tell you, you're going to be so excited and enjoy this read. I will actually tell you, it's a deer. It's a dear, y'all. It's a drop everything and read. Go get you a copy of Keeping Receipts. Now, Waletta, I want to ask you this, okay? Can you share with us what did you enjoy about writing Keeping Receipts, your debut romance novel?
What did I enjoy? I enjoyed the process, the especially in the beginning when you're just after the first draft and you're just reading and you're just writing and getting to know the characters was fun. And then, of course, after the release and hearing people say they enjoy the book, it's a wonderful thing.
I love that. I love that. Guys, let me just tell you, you will definitely understand what she is saying. Keeping Receipts is one of those, again, it's a story with all the feels. I hear Mama Tony making a comment. She told Tiffany to call her when she read it. Me too. I feel like I'm ready to have a book discussion. Okay. We may have to have author W. Mason back once the book has been out a while. We may have to have her over for tea time because we need to talk about this book. I have so much to say. I want to talk to other people about this great read as well. So I'm with you, Mama Tony. We need to have a whole conversation, a discussion of Keeping Receipts. I love that. I love that. Now, of course, guys, we will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of it. It is available in ebook and it is available in print. Author W. Mason is going to share with us how can you get your hands on a copy of Keeping Receipts.
Okay, guys, you can get a copy of Keeping Receipts at Amazon.com. That's both the paperback and the electronic copy. You can go to my website at wmasondunn.com and you can purchase that. And you can go to my Facebook page, and all the information is there. I hope you'll enjoy it.
I love it, guys. There you have it. It's available in ebook. It's available in print. You can go to her website. You can also go to Amazon. We'll be sure to put that information in the comment section as well. And of course, author W. Mason, it has been amazing hanging out with you today, celebrating with you today as well. If you can share with us, how can we stay connected with you? And in addition to that, Mama Tony has a question. She wanted to know, when is the next one coming?
Well, the next one is in the works right now and should be done soon. Soon. I'm so glad you asked
Okay.
that question.
I
Yes.
love that. Now, is it going to be a standalone or is this going to be a series? Is
It's
another
gonna be a
standalone?
standalone. I'm sorry, it will be a
Okay.
standalone, but it is part of the Tallahassee series.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love that. Well, please share with us, how can we stay connected with you?
Please contact me on my Facebook page at Waletta Dunn, or you can contact me via email at wallettadunn@gmail.com. I also have a web page. You can go to my website at wmasondunn.com. I look forward to hearing and being connected to all of you.
I love that, guys. There you have it. Be sure to stay connected with author at W. Mason Dunn. Be sure to tell a friend about her new release, Keeping Receipts, as well. Again, it has been amazing hanging out with you guys on today. And of course, once you read it, definitely leave a review. I know that author W. Mason will be so appreciative of that as well. Definitely make sure that you are following her. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Of course, you can stay connected with me and follow me. I am on, you can follow me on my YouTube channel or subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Angela Anderson Presents as well. And guys, as we always say, have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Go get a copy of Keeping Receipts. Bye-bye.
Bye.